Welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you so much. Welcome to another session of online group work primer with Dr. Eve. For those of you who don't know me, I am a health and human service educator, and I teach from the perspective of online social support and well-being to address the needs and well-being of humanity. One of the ways that I'm doing that is through the teaching to leadership, how to integrate technology into practice so that they can reach the mass of individuals who are in need of their services globally. And our unique perspective is online social support, which is a highly regarded method for being able to help others to address and develop coping skills for the things that they may be going through. And so I'm excited to introduce to you another type of group that can be used in online group work. As we move through the series, you're going to be learning a lot about the process of group work, how to facilitate, and all the things to be a peer-led, facilitator-led, or counselor-led group work facilitator. So tonight we're talking about what is a psychoeducational group. A psychoeducational group is a common group that's typically used to help well-functioning members, those who function really high, like you and I, in society, but they may have a deficit in some area, information-specific deficit. Say, for example, if I were a new mom and I am starting breastfeeding for the first time, or maybe I'm just a new mom and moms don't come with manuals, you learn along the way. And so as a mom, I might need some support because I've gone from being just me and my husband, me and my significant other, to now we have a new baby in the house. What do I do? I'm going to have a lot of questions. And sometimes because you have what is called an information-specific deficit, a natural information-specific deficit, then you're going to be looking for support. And so that can go throughout the spectrum of one's life or across the spectrum of life when we think about a new mom, a mom that's breastfeeding, a mom of boys, a mom of girls, a mom who just moved into a new house, a mom trying to budget, a mom you see where I'm going? So there's always going to be these novelties in our life. And when we have these novelties, we are oftentimes going to lack information. And when we lack that information, we want to get that information from those who have experience in the area, who can give us factual information. And so as a well-functioning member of society and someone who enjoys health and human service education, I enjoy teaching the concepts about how we can bring along other people with lived experience to share in the process of well-being in our society. So with that said, a psychoeducational group helps others to develop cognitive, affective, and behavioral skills in a group setting. And in this case, an online group setting. It provides members with targeted education on a variety of psychological issues or informational deficits. So let's take a deeper dive into that. This group work specialization deals with imparting, discussing, and integrating factual information. New information is incorporated through the use of planned skill building exercises, and that may look different for those who are providing the services, because each of us have a way. If we have a lived experience, our way may be different from others. And so you can find that in groups that are facilitated by others may have a different way of integrating their special gift to help a mother to get to that comfortable place or alleviate the deficit. So new information is incorporated through the use of planned skilled building exercises. An example of a psychoeducational group we've talked about can merely be being a mom, or it can go as far as being a substance abuse prevention group. Those are common as well. Intervention strategies based on psychoeducational formats are increasingly being applied. And in relationship education with couples are another idea. Let's go back again. Intervention strategies based on psychoeducational formats are increasingly being applied in healthcare settings, but they're also being applied in online social support settings. That's what makes what we do unique, because we are creating it to reach the masses of people globally. Although the topics may vary, psychoeducational groups share the goals of increasing members' awareness of a life problem and providing skilled training to help members cope with those situations. Again, we talked about that mom going through life. Everything in life is going to be with a newborn, with a child, with a home, with a girl, with a boy. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be some new, right? So these groups can be useful in enhancing or building on a member's existing skills. I could be a mom already, but I could be a mom of girls and don't know anything about being a mom of a boy. So again, it builds on her existing skills. I'm just going to use the case of a mom because I'm a mom, and it's a really good thing to share with you the lived experience of being a mom. So generally, sessions can be held. You're going to dictate what those sessions look like. They could be 1 hour, 2 hour a week for 4 to 15 weeks. You identify what that looks like. And for many of you in our program, we had a 6-week intensive, but it was intensive. And so because it's intensive, we carry on beyond that so that we can break down some of the intensive things that we've shared with you in innovative approaches to manifesting wealth and excellence. Some group sessions may be as short as 30 to 45 minutes, especially when you're dealing with children. We don't deal with children, but we deal with the parents of those children, or for clients, or we deal with groups that deal with people, direct. We are an indirect provider who deals with providers. So we're working with the providers who are providing direct service. So psychoeducational groups fit well in today's society. Don't we know it all too well, especially online, because everyone had to pivot in 2020. And so they had to figure out how they were going to now keep going in the process of a pandemic. But with that said, there is still a strong skill building that facilitators need in order to be effective. So for similar reasons, schools often use groups as a treatment of choice. These groups are typically time limited and have really, really narrow goals. So you get to set those goals. They often focus on symptomatic relief. So in the case of the mom, she may just be dealing with having a boy, learning how to go to the bathroom because she's a girl. So she don't know how to show him how to go to the bathroom. And we learn by modeling, right? A lot of us learn by modeling. So when we think about that, you're going to be thinking about the type of group you're going to be holding, who is your target population, and all those things are going to be important as you begin to think about what type of psychoeducational group you're going to want to implement into what you do on a daily basis. This is an added benefit to the work that you are already doing. You are an expert in a specific area, but imagine being an online group work expert in your specific industry. So we're really excited about teaching you the concepts of group work, which is extensive. This is a course that I teach at the college level, so I'm sharing with you my academic, scholarly, collegiate work on a primer level. So it's abbreviated, but you're going to get the juice, right? So integrating psychoeducational interventions has been very successful in both social and academic groups, no matter the setting. This combination of group methods provides the opportunity to facilitate self-awareness and to present skills information. At the beginning of a psychoeducational group, members often are asked to complete a questionnaire, right? You want to get specific information on how well they are coping with the area of concern, right? The work of these groups may include structured exercises, readings, homework assignments, and contracts between you, yourself, and I, and between you and your facilitator. When the group comes to an end, another questionnaire is completed to assess a member's progress. This is so important in that you have a pre and post test method. So you are able to measure, what did your participants learn? Did you meet the objectives of your particular group? And when you find your winning sweet spot, you rinse and repeat. You do it again and you do it again. When you niche down to a specific audience, you'd be very surprised about how effective you are going to be in your rinse and repeat. We're not here for everyone. Your specific skill set and talent that's been identified in your strength work is going to be really important to this work. Psychoeducational groups, again, are useful for a broad range of problems, including stress management, substance abuse, sobriety issues, interpersonal violence, anger management, and behavioral problems. But y'all, those are extreme. People got real time, not so big issues as well. They just want support, right? So in a college setting, residential assistants may benefit from psychoeducational groups to help them gain the knowledge and skills needed. You see, someone needs knowledge and skills, and you have that. So make sure you're thinking outside of the box. So make sure you don't box yourself into problems that are so above, or thinking about this as areas that you don't have a way to share, because you do. Just think outside of the box. The emphasis on learning in psychoeducational groups provides your members with opportunities to acquire and refine new social skills through rehearsal, behavioral rehearsal, skills training, and cognitive exploration. The intervention strategies used in the psychoeducational groups are largely based on the transmission of information basic to making changes and teaching a process for bringing about these changes. So what is it that you're trying to get to change? What transformation are you looking for in your customer? That's so important. And guys, it doesn't have to be real big. It could be small changes that you're trying to get them through, because there's some really big issues going on right now in our society. You know, well-being is a huge thing, and it's also different for everyone because we all bring our own bucket of variables. When you think about that, where's your sweet spot, and how can you show up to be the support that you needed with your skilled training? So the leader's main task is to provide instruction and to create a positive and safe climate that fosters learning. We are so excited that you are embarking on an amazing pathway to be the support that you needed. So excited to share with you another working group along the trajectory of learning about group work, stay tuned with us. More amazing things are coming as you begin to decide on what kind of group you want to form. So stay tuned for the next group, which is counseling groups. Again, my name is Dr. Eve. I am a health and human service educator. I center my work with providers in the online social support space, where I help individuals to integrate technology to reach the masses of individuals who need your support. Again, and until next time, enjoy exploring psychoeducational groups.